curious to come back or if TaeJa is going to go on to our final best of 3. In the upper left,
Liquid TaeJa.
Fantastic play in that last game. Looked unstoppable. If I was a Zerg player watching that, I'd lose hope.
in the bottom right, our veteran of GSL Code S.
Curious.
Got destroyed that last game, unfortunately.
Got wrecked pretty bad.
Indeed. With Al Pacino, even.
Yeah.
Well, this game we'll see if we can do a bit better. I hope he does better. I don't really want to see TaeJa just roll the kid. I wouldn't mind another TaeJa versus Hero match. I think TaeJa's had some time to look over what happened against Hero and maybe can have a fresh way to take him on coming up.
I think if I'm TaeJa in this, I just do basically what I did the last game. That worked out totally fine. Tactically, he's just superior to pretty much everybody.
TaeJa?
Yeah, he just kind of.
He knows.
You watch his army move around the map, and he gets him out of position, and then as they try to defend that, he just regroups in a very clean manner when the attacks come.
I think clean is a great adjective for TaeJa.
I think it is.
Yeah. Not only is his hygiene just top quality, he's like his macro, micro, his movement, his defense, his offense, just does everything super well at a really high speed. You can tell that he's moving faster than most Terrans. Like, the kid is insanely skilled. He's like...
Some cool artwork here. Nice sign.
Let me think about this before I actually say it.
All right, everybody. I'm not
ready
going to talk.
Be angry nerds.
All right, go ahead.
I think... I mean... Because here's the thing about him. I don't know how to word this correctly to make it like a really succinct, beautiful thing that I'm about to say. So I have to preface it.
He needs to preface it, guys. Hold on.
Hold on. I got to put his face on beforehand. Preface it. Okay, so like, for people that play standard, that aren't on Kespa teams, TaeJa is by far the only one that is of this level.
Yeah, that's true.
And he has not been on a Kespa team at all. He's been on Team Liquid. It feels like forever. Like, he wasn't on it right at the beginning.
It feels like I almost can't remember when he wasn't on it.
Was he on Slayers or something? I can't even...
Yeah, I think he was on Slayers. Slayers TaeJa.
But whatever it was, it doesn't matter because...
Wait, I hope I'm right about that. I might be wrong now.
Yeah, I'm not... I don't even really care because it's so long. Like, TaeJa is a Liquid player. He's on Team Liquid. That is it. It is Liquid TaeJa. It doesn't even make sense. If he ever leaves the team, I won't even know who he is. So, like, basically, people leave Kespa teams, and the ones that are still successful have kind of wonky play. Like, MC is like this funny, like, way that he plays. He's very aggressive. He knows how to mix it up. TaeJa plays like every other macro Terran, basically, but he stays God tier. It's like... He is the only one. And he is the only one that's been able to do this.
It is truly an anomaly. We see normally with Kespa players, it's just a more refined, proper play. Obviously, I mean, they do know how to cheese too, but yeah, normally we see a Korean pro go, like for instance, say to a non-Kespa team. Their play style does seem to lack certain elements.
Yeah.
They're still very good at what they're doing, but you don't see a game like you would from Flash or a game like you would from...
Look at Innovation and Deer. They were both perfectly clean, amazing, standard macro players, right?
Yep.
They went to foreign teams. They fell off. They said, screw this. They went back to Kespa teams. Innovation already won a GSL. Deer is playing fantastically right now. Okay, this is reality. Sorry, everyone. Reality. Hi. This is reality. Nice to meet you. Being on a Korean team is really important for overall skill level.
It is.
For TaeJa, it's not, apparently. And he is this weird exception that has boggled my mind forever. But
well, I think he's an exception in a lot of ways. He's also just done so well at so many events, you know, overseas. And it does look like he could still get out of this group. Now, we might want to reevaluate him, though, if he does not get out, because
this group's hard.
This is a different beast. This is a GSL day. This is not a day where you have to play off against, you know, you have 10 hours of games all day that day against some people you never heard about, some people you do know but you don't think are that good, and then eventually you know, through sheer stamina and willpower you get through. This is very different. This is a GSL day is a day where, you know who you're playing against. First of all, you know who you could be playing against next. You have plenty of time to download and study VODs and replays of your opponent. You have plenty of time to talk to other people about how they think they should play against that person. The GSL is just as much about talent, execution, as it is about preparation.
Yeah. And look, here's the thing. I guess what I'm trying to say most of all is he's kept his mechanics up and his strategy up so high, which is so impressive. And, like, he's just... The kid is insanely good, but you're right. Like, maybe he just falls right out of this group. I think he will. I don't think he's going to be Hero. I think he's going to take out Curious, maybe 2-1, maybe 2-0. I think Hero's going to kill him. But we'll see over the next few seasons, right, how he does.
Who knows? Maybe in Season 3 of this year, he's made those adjustments that were necessary.
Yeah, maybe. Anyways, very interesting stuff. Here we do have a 2-base Muta build. Like we were talking about before, this is something we've seen much more often recently.
Yeah, it's growing in popularity. And this means that TaeJa's now going to take his third base, but he's going to have to be ready for harass from every angle here pretty quickly.
Well,
and there goes that CC now.
Yeah, this should be something that maybe Curious gets a little bit happy about. TaeJa spreading himself out. Maybe with that spread, those Mutas can find a way in to do some damage.
And, yeah, here come the Mutas now. The game's beginning to pick up a little bit here. He's driving back this Viking over here.
Yeah, it does get the Overlord, though. Nice micro there by TaeJa.
Yep. TaeJa may use this moment to send his Hellions down here to try to harass the third base. It's up to TaeJa to make these Mutas as inefficient and ineffective as possible. Whoa, doesn't lose any Mutas just yet.
So far, you know, he's killed a Viking, a couple SCVs. He's, of course, forced some turrets around.
And TaeJa's response is actually, instead of drop down here, he's just going to hit the third base right away. He's going to need the Mutalisks here to defend, but the Mutalisks are not in a good position to really help at all. In fact, let's see.
Baneling speed isn't done either, so this is a big issue here. He's already got his Hellions down across the map. Okay, Baneling speed is actually about to finish, so actually I guess this will finish right before the Marines get in. That's actually really good for Curious.
Whoa! Some surround there on the Hellions. Banelings are coming up now. Let's see what TaeJa's micro can do for him now. I think he should probably back up.
Yeah, look, this is some good play here by Curious so far,
let's look at this. Okay, that attack didn't do much, but it did stop Curious from harassing with the Mutas.
Yes.
And considering how fast TaeJa took that expansion and how quick those Mutas were brought out, that was, I would say, overall a success there for TaeJa.
Yeah, I agree with you completely. The fact that the Mutas haven't done very much yet, this is very bad because even though right now it looks like Curious is fine, and he's doing okay, right? He's about to have 1-1, which is pretty much tied up. But the thing is, TaeJa's big pushes that are coming, his economy's just kicking in now. His pushes are going to be huge. And the lateness of that third base of Curious is really going to show coming up. So we're going to have to see some great engagements by Curious.
Well, it's going to be the 4 bases now here for Curious. He's expanding again. TaeJa occupying the center of the map, but keeping the Zerg on his toes. I don't know if he's going to push out any further with this, but he's definitely making Zerg a bit uncomfortable. Those Mutas are not harassing the base. They're on standby to try to help defend in case TaeJa decides to move forward. And now he's going to be regrouping here in the center. Oh, and we have one drop over here, and he's actually going to have the Mutas cut off from beelining back to that expansion.
Yeah, it looks like he's going to go ahead and drop. Very well could cancel that 4th base, which is really painful if that occurs. Let's see if he can actually get there in time. I don't see any limbs.
No, he's going to get that.
In, yeah.
That's going to go down. He cancels that, and then what he wants to do is target down individual Mutas.
Ooh,
oh, whoa.
Very nice micro there. Actually takes it right out.
TaeJa continuing to move across the map with the supply lead right now still for Curious.
Cancel a 4th, a big deal, but Curious right now looks like he's going for a counterattack. This could be an army flank because he's not moving in quite yet. So
yeah, I think you might be right.
No.
Nope. I guess that's not the case. He's going to come up here, and that will force him to come back. I'm surprised he didn't send at least 1 or 2 lings over there to try to get up into the main.
Oh, okay, that didn't actually connect that well.
Well, the Mutas are now coming up here. They're going to get this turret. A few Marines to defend. They will drive the Mutas back out. So far, TaeJa, again, still doing a very good job in this game, keeping the Zerg on the defense. I like Curious's counterattack. The question is he really going to suffer too much from losing that hatch that was down there at the would-be 4th base? You don't want to be a 3-base Zerg against a 3-base Terran for too long.
It's been for so long, and don't forget his 3rd was late this game as well. So
yep.
This is all kind of kicking in. Look at the supplies right
now.
We're
about to have like every
159.
Terran upgrade finish.
Yeah.
And this will probably be when TaeJa pushes out, and that is so beautiful. So perfectly synced up are his upgrades. And here comes that timing now. He's going to move out here in such a clean, sexy timing. I love it. And
how do you ever hold this for?
Yeah. How on earth can he hold this? Well, I guess Curious will have to have good unit control, but guess what? TaeJa is very good in moments like this. A counterattack, this is another great play. This is definitely something that could keep the Terran turning around, and it looks like it's doing just that.
Yeah, this is exactly the type of move he needs to do. Ooh, the Widow Mines actually clear up a bunch of Lings. But that does leave him open to go up here to kill off SCVs. But in the meantime, TaeJa is hitting his 5th and his natural. Looks like he does have some Marines. Oh, wow, he actually has plenty of units to clear that up.
Well, he's hitting the command center. I don't know how close it is to burning down. The Mutas will escape. The Lings do not, however.
In a couple nice little moves here, Curious starts to really punish TaeJa.
Yeah, that was an interesting trade, but I think it definitely favored Curious. Curious nearly maxed out now. The Mutas, I mean, they're keeping Terran busy. They're sort of stuck back here for now, unless they want to tank some turret hits to get out. It looks like they already get out. They're going towards the center left side of the map. You can see it right there.
Well,
but there's a possibility if Curious does this right, he might even be able to attack it again or swallow up this army of TaeJa's on the middle of the map if TaeJa can't control it right.
I gotta say, I'm very impressed by Curious. Those couple of counterattacks did so much for him, really.
Yeah, you know, he's really pulled it together.
Yeah, he certainly has. You know, the opening can be tough to go 2-base Muta because your opponent gets ahead macro-wise, but his counterattacks were spot on, forced TaeJa back at times. Oh my god, he catches some medevacs. His Mutalist harassment has been good. His defenses have been pretty good. Even though he was canceled on a 4th base, look at the position he's in now. It's
really nicely done here. He's just targeting down SCVs in the turret. And this is so much damage right now. We saw so many workers killed off there. It's now 47 workers to 69. But a big, oh my god!
Ooh.
And he's going to go for a counter again, and it's working. TaeJa's pulling back, but TaeJa is also doing a good job of dropping up here. He picks up the CC, but will still survive. The SCV certainly will not with the Banelings coming in.
Look at that. The Banelings actually just hold everything back so he has enough time to actually kill this off. And he'll get out with most of his forces. The cost of the Banelings, he gets the 3rd base.
Curious. This is why this guy's been in 10 GSL Code S's, everybody.
He's really good. The guy can really play any type of style and just excel at it.
Certainly. Well, TaeJa, it looks like he's going to have to push. Now notice he's making his next expansion not where his old base was. He needs to have something that's going to give him some position here on the map. I guess he just never got that Widow Mine.
Well, looks like you're going to clear out this little group of units. Where were you? The rest of that army there.
And they're actually going to come in now.
Nice little drop. Plenty of units at home for Curious.
I like the idea of the drops over here, but this is not enough. Notice there's actually burrowed Banelings here. Oh, so sick.
Oh, man. Curious doing everything.
I think this game is basically done. Yep, GG. Curious wins that. Going to the rubber match.
I tell you, that was some good play there by Curious. I felt like TaeJa was playing very well, but he just kept having to chase Curious back as Curious used counterattacks. And Curious was doing damage with him, even though he was being chased back.
Yeah.
If you're going to chase him back home, you got to eradicate that army. You got to really make him pay for it, making you chase him back home. But TaeJa wasn't quite able to do it. Very tough game for him there. But you know what? The next map, I believe, is Foxtrot. And Foxtrot can be a tough map for Zerg in this matchup.
Sure it can.
Especially if it's like top left versus bottom right. That could be a little, I mean, even both spots, really. It's not very long of a push.
This has not Not been a very popular map when it was first introduced.
Certainly not.
And right now, this map is going to decide which of these players is booted out of the GSL. Pretty brutal.
Indeed. Well, if Curious gets booted out, we already know his story. He comes right back. Will TaeJa get back in? I would imagine so. I stand by it. I think he is one of the best Terrans. But, you know, in this type of format, just not able to do it right now. Not able to do it.
Let's see what happens, guys. Tell your friends to tune in. Either TaeJa or Curious is about to be eliminated.